are back with our gold medal women's final here at the Thing 2025. I am Megan McCaffrey, and I am joined by
Frankie Gianetto. Happy to be here.
Right, remember Frankie from our Tucson broadcasts with Frankie's Hod's Player of the Match. Today that is brought to you by VC Dodgeball. Shout out to VC Dodgeball.
Looks like we're just getting started, doing some announcements.
It's going to be Flex versus Valkyrie here. Good old North America matchup. We've got exclusively Canada, versus exclusively America. Well, USA. We're part of America too, Frankie. I don't know if you knew that.
You were correcting me on that a lot last time. Maybe I'll correct you. And that's almost exclusively a cloth U.S. team too, so this will be fun. Good for them.
Yeah, and they have been like earning their stripes in foam for sure. Flex. Valkyrie's got a lot of subs for this tournament. So left to right here, we've got Captain Jess Gray. We've got Chili Dale subbing in from Nova Scotia. Veronica Baird. Betty Mack subbing in from Calgary. Wincy Au from BC. And Yvonne Shear also from Calgary. Those two, both Team Canada players, and they've got great chemistry on court as well.
And on the far side, left to right, we have London, Heach, Wiggins, Paget, Fox, and Edward.
Ooh, and a great hit right off the rush. I don't know if that was intentional, the sort of scooting off into middle to sort of trench their wing there, but it didn't quite work out. Another beautiful counter. Jess doesn't even really need to do, you Americans call it an away, we might call it like a rush counter.
Wow, giving away the tips.
She can just take a step up and kind of throw right back from that line.
Yeah, pretty much 12 great arms on the court at all time in this game.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be Flex coming up on the return. Couple throws and nothing connects. It's going to be back on Flex. Nice little hop over that ball by Yvonne. Call coming out of middle. Nice throw by Betty Mack.
That was a great jumping block by Fox there.
Oh, and a great tag just in the foot there. Jess Gray doing some damage. Got Flex coming up with ball advantage. Tagging out Dale.
Got their first hit in the match there, 3-5.
Great work on the coverage there by Veronica Baird. She's just jumping all over the place.
Looked like almost like 4 throws there, but just one hit for Valkyrie.
Oh, I think Luann just dropped that ball, so that would have been clean. I think we're going to see a throw off of right here. Yep. Nice block. Flex coming up on the return. Oh, and an assertive counter. You can hear the crowd. Ooh, that made a nice sound when it connected.
Wigan really set up for the catch there, too. She wanted it. She got it.
She has been catching all day.
She's a great catcher.
You can't go easy on her, yeah. And first point's going to go to Valkyrie. Oh, Canada.
Really strong throws in that game. Like power, accuracy, it was all there from Valkyrie.
We've got Tara Flatt in the Cowie 24 jersey there coming on the left wing. She's got a great windmill, so watch out for that. Nice speed off Valkyrie. Throw does not connect. No casualties on the Flex side. Flex on the return. Opt to just throw one.
I think they got 4 a lot last match. They might be trying to play a little ball control.
Yeah.
See if they can get some hits.
Which would be a great adjustment. That was almost a catch, but instead we've got mutual destruction on the court. Oh, and Berkeley also on for this match just got tagged off. Sinead Berkeley, longtime Valkyrie player, recently relocated to Calgary, still plays with them at most of the tournaments.
Got a nice competitive 4v4 right now. Ball control's even too.
Nice little run up. Betty Mack out of the middle here. Usually quite a fisher, but I think she understands kind of the accuracy. Ooh, great throw.
Found a very good hit there. That was a great spot for Mac.
Not putting herself in harm's way as much as we usually see. So good sign of respect there. Nice block by Valkyire. And Valkyrie's going to be on the return. Call coming from Wincy Au in the middle. Sliding block.
Everybody on the court wearing knee pads. I do not like the trend not wearing knee pads.
I
It
agree.
scares me.
Yes. I am team knee pad all the way. Flex on the return. Carla opts for cross. Oh, nice little shot from Tara. Vaughn calling a hold. She might take it herself, and she does. And we are down to 1 on the side of Flex. I expect a run down here.
Yeah, let's see how far up she comes.
Wasn't there.
Looks like Carla's definitely playing a little safe, not willing to come all the way up, so she
Yeah.
has a better shot here to survive her catch.
Smart on this team. This is a speed team for sure.
Looks like it might have gotten in there. See what the refs say.
Refs are going to have a conversation about it. Valkyrie certainly thinks it was a hit. I could have seen that going either way.
I agree.
From my angle, yep. Nice to have the line refs as well at this tournament. Lots of eyes on these calls. We're going to call it safe.
All right, Flex with 4 balls here. Let's see what Carla has.
This is an interesting combination on the wing because we tend to see Yvonne do these sort of rush counters, whereas Tara might do a deep back at the court sort of counter. Interested to see how these players sync up. Oh, they both up for a rundown. Both not seeing the shots. Playing it smart, taking their time. There's no rush on this. Oh, what a catch. What a catch.
This is some finals level talent right now.
They're coming right up to the line. It's a risky play. But Flex very confident in the catches. Yvonne doing a little celebratory dance there on her side. That's going to bring the score up to 2-0 for Valkyrie.
It's definitely more competitive than our first point. It looks like it really settled in the middle there.
Yeah, yep, some
Flex.
good adjustments from Flex.
Yeah. Tried to mount a little comeback, was able to find the 1 catch, but couldn't find a second. Definitely in this still, about 12 minutes left in the first half. Close to 13.
A little bit of confusion off that rush. I think they might reset it.
Wonder if there was a false start called on either side, or that was just on the refs.
And it looks like Flex is changing up their lineup a little bit there too. Got Allie on the courts. And it was a false start on the side of Hex. Or Hex.
Hex will be coming up next.
Yeah, Hex is up next. Oh, okay. Dale drawing some attention, opting not to take the shot. Flex talking it out. It's coming up to the line. I expect 2 throws on this. I am wrong.
Elder over there is known for her powerful throw, so I think they're comfortable throwing her solo.
Betty gonna throw out a middle. Yeah, and a nice shot. She's really been working on the velocity of her throw. She can throw over 100. That's kilometers.
Yeah, I
over
figured.
60 for you Americans.
I got the translation. That's an easy one.
Nice tag and good accountability on that as well. We've got Shade Berkeley making the call out of right wing there. Opts for that backline counter. Gray also tagged.
Both teams losing a strong corner there.
So we have 1 Valkyrie player and 3 additional roster fillers on the court right now. We'll see how the chemistry is going to play out. Easily blocked by Lisa Fox.
Getting a lot of movement when they're pump faking, but not able to connect on the floor.
Oh, there we go. Seeing a classic staggered throw, so you might have your 1 and your 3 or your 2 and your 4 throwing together. Those angles, so tricky to read.
So pre-counter there from Valkyrie, so 5 balls here for Flex.
Nice movement from Tara Flex. They're very good at staggering as well, so she had room to kind of dip behind Betty Mack there.
That was a big dodge there. That could have been a turning point in the game.
Throw from Shade Berkeley does not connect. It's going to be back on Flex. They're talking it out. A little bit of conversation there, but Shade Berkeley is out. They've got 5 balls. Coming up to the line. There's that windmill we've been talking about. Does not connect. Still going to be on Valkyrie. They've got ball control burden right now. Really good awareness there from Allie. Valkyrie not afraid to make their calls from a variety of positions as well, which for most teams might be confusing. You tend to see calls come out of the middle. Tara Flat survives that.
Yeah, it's always interesting if teams just call from one position or they kind of have like a hierarchy of players that call it.
No, they're flexible. They're beautiful shots. That puts Flex on the wrong side of a 3-2 player advantage. They're going to be coming up to the line, trying to make something happen. Oh, very well placed, but doesn't quite connect. Betty Mack, arguably one of the best survivors in North America. And we're going to see that throw come out of middle. Assertive.
Flex has gotten a lot of good looks on catches. I think if they pull a couple more out as the match goes on, it might get a little tighter.
And these two teams did play each other yesterday, and Flex was proving that they can still catch these heavy hitters.
Do you know what the score was yesterday?
I believe Valkyrie won by 2.
Okay. All right. So it should be a good finals.
I believe the call's coming off the right side here. Yep. And that was really good timing from Yvonne. She waited until the movement had kind of reached its conclusion. But Allie's just got great awareness. Early throw.
A good one.
Thinks she sees an opportunity. Doesn't quite connect. Really good movement. Ooh. That was pretty hard to read no look, I gotta say. Some great movement here on the Valkyrie side. Somehow everyone's staying alive. Allie's going full firing squad mode. That's how some players like to play the 1Vs. Just take them out before they have balls in their hands. And you know what? I'm here for it.
Allie's pretty famous for extending the game, lots of blocking, amazing dodger. So looking for an opportunity. And she definitely had a couple there.
Yep.
Just not able to connect yet.
Yep. Valkyrie takes another point. We've got about 7.5 minutes left in this first half. We've got Chili Dale back on the court here and Wincy Ow. Wow, somehow Veronica Bard snagging that toss back out of the air. Calls coming out of middle. Between 2 targets there. Nice and low though. Return's gonna be on Flex. Opt to throw 1 ball. A little bit of a rundown from Valkyrie, but not a full commitment. We're expecting to see Shade with this throw. Does not connect. Great counter, also easily blocked by Veronica Baird. Nice little, like, minimal movement there. Good honesty there by Shade. Flex on the return. The call coming from Lisa Fox without a ball in the middle. And 2 tags, Veronica Baird out and Brianna London on the Flex side.
Flex still with the player advantage here.
Great shot, and Lessa just got some fingers. Yep, good accountability here. I'd say, folks, this tournament, nice tag by Gray, and amazing honesty by Flex. I was just going to say, I think the honesty of this tournament's been pretty good as well.
I agree.
At least on the women's side, I haven't seen too many men's games.
It's as to be expected, too. I mean, these are a lot of national team players from both the U.S. and Canada, a lot of high-level club teams, so.
It is so funny, like, the higher you get into competition, generally the more honesty you see.
Yeah.
Or is it, if you play rec? Ooh,
I would agree with that observation.
Yeah. Reffing rec dodgeball is one of my least favorite activities on the planet.
But we need the rec dodgeball to grow, so keep playing.
And Tara tagged out. Looks like she thought about what to do and just couldn't quite get her body to move in time. Beautiful throw by Just Gray, but easily caught.
I feel like it might be a momentum game for Flex, but let's see if they can close.
What a nice shot. Beautiful placement. I believe that was Lisa Fox's ball. And Flex is on the board with 4.5 minutes to go in this first half.
3-1 looks a lot better than 4-0. A little bit before the half. They have to feel confident now.
Yeah, you need some momentum for sure.
It's still close, too.
Yeah, we're going to want that point on the board. Both teams pretty great speed, but Betty's first to the line there by about a yard. That really sets up Veronica for a good shot. Flex also doesn't really need to come all the way up to the line to take those counters. They're confident from their further back shots.
Yeah. They're definitely being a little more aggressive on their left side of the court right now with the counters.
Throw comes out of middle, goes high.
See how Valkyrie adjusts to this game.
Attempt by Baird.
And again, the aggression there from Elder. Great shots.
Swing and a miss. Oh. Wincy was thinking about that shot when there wasn't full attention, but opts not to take it. Good block by Just Gray. That's going to leave Valkyrie with 4 balls coming up to the line. And I'm not sure what happened to Valkyrie at the side there, but she's off. She got tagged by someone. An attempt at a sliding catch. Doesn't quite work out. Great counter. It's chaos. It's chaos, and there are casualties everywhere.
Looks like we've settled into a 3v3.
Valkyrie coming up with advantage. Now we'll see if Gray feels like guarding that ball. Looks like no. Why put yourself in harm's way? Flex coming up on the return. Tries to take that cross court, is punished for it. Got to respect your lockups, especially when they can throw from so far away. And we are down to Betty Mack, the last player for Valkyrie. A known survivor, a world-class mixed player.
I like these throws. She's safe, but the throws are still dangerous.
Yep.
Looks like Betty Mack is also setting up for the catch here, possibly.
Yes, she's a great catcher, and a lot of these players from Calgary did come from a format where The girls do a lot more catching. It's largely co-ed. A great hit. Just dances on the line, checks to make sure she's not over.
Patience paid off there. Survived the triple, able to get a pretty close shot on the run down. Doesn't always happen when you're by yourself.
Nope. No, she's got a lot of tools in her arsenal that she can point to. She can get up there and retreat very quickly, or she can play it safe from the back and stay alive. Nice, well-rounded player. Great movements.
It's going to be a really big point as we approach 1 minute left in the half.
Yeah, and I do wonder if we're going to take it to no block.
Doesn't look like either team is maybe trying to do that.
Couple blocks. We are down to a 1v1. Lots of action up at the front of the court there.
Two players who have both played well as the last person left in this match so far.
Indeed. Nice block.
I hope this goes to no block. This will be fun.
We've got 30 seconds for your wishes to come true. Throws just wide. I've always admired players that can be aware of their feet after they make a dodge. And Betty just kind of sucked her toes back in after a slide. Opts to fake, look for some movement, wasn't happening.
A lot of power on that throw.
Definitely. We've got 10 seconds left in this first half.
Balls will reset, so we'll see if this gets crazy.
Yeah, I don't see any desperation to close this. Oh,
for the win. Unexpected.
Yeah, and throwing those two balls at the line is a risk.
Yeah.
I would say for a lot of players, it's a detrimental sort of move to be making, but yeah, for some.
I think the awareness there.
It pays off, yeah.
Time was low.
She's on her knees.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's probably not going to be running you down quite as fast. But again, like Flex is really good at throwing from these backline sort of zones. So you do have to be careful. Can't take anything for granted. Betty Mack taking a well-deserved rest after that long point. Balls connect in the air, no casualties here. Going into no block. Valkyrie's up with 4 balls. And a pre-throw tossed off by Flex.
Some really great dodges from both teams so far in the no block.
Definitely. And there's no fear with holding this line here. Oh, Brianna London tagged out. Shade Berkeley also tagged. Not sure what happened on that side. Flex coming up on the return. And a beautiful catch by Tara Flatt.
Ashley Elder escapes a very dangerous situation there. Able to get 2 close-up dodges.
I believe we're looking for a throw out of middle here. Oh, as long as we don't drop it. Well-placed shot and an early free throw on the side of Flex. Valkyrie regrouping. Oh, a good target choice. Her lockup chooses not to take advantage of that, which is.
Oh! Did she catch her own ball? Okay, she must have caught her own ball there.
Oh. And Flex is down to 1. Now, this is a 1v6 that I would not want to be on that side of.
I think Wigan is definitely looking for a catch, though.
A very competent catcher. If we had an MVP for catcher of the tournaments, high on my list. I think they're looking to swap a ball off. Oh, there's blood on a ball. Everyone checking their hands.
We're getting some wipes. We're getting some wipes right now. Somebody might be bleeding.
Of course, we do not want the exchange of bodily fluids on the equipment, as per safety concerns. It's good timing for this, as we don't have a clock to stop.
Yes.
During no ball.
Good point.
good time to remind you that we've got the VC Dodgeball Player of the Match. That's going to be coming up on your screen later in the second half. Start thinking about who you would elect as the MVP of the tournament. You'll be able to do that with prompts in the Twitch chats. Our chat bot will help you out. And don't forget to chat with our AI as well. We're training it up. We're teaching it the ropes. Telling it about all our favorite players. We're getting ready to get back into it. Oh, and Luann had it.
That was a good attempt, but those throws, whew.
Well-timed, well-placed. And we will be switching sides for the second half. Score is 5-1 for Valkyrie.
Flex will have some work to do, but plenty of time. Definitely not necessarily anybody's match, but we should have some more excitement. So.
Well, we saw quite the upset earlier with Royals versus, I believe it was Mavericks, coming back from a 7-point deficit.
Yeah, totally doable.
We've got a lot of time in the second half. That's the nice thing about these final games, these playoff games. We've got a full 40 for regulation time.
I think we get about 2 minutes here to kind of huddle and rest up. I'm always curious how these huddles are going. I think both teams should feel good, though. You know, a lot of close losses there by Flex. Not every point was a blowout.
No,
can definitely turn this around with
all.
one big game.
Yeah.
And 5-2 does really not feel that bad.
No, and you know, if a team can get a 4-point lead in the first half, you can get a 4-point comeback in the second half. Valkyrie is probably going to be slow playing. The one thing I will say about Valkyrie is they tend to be a very adaptable team. If they're having trouble in the first half, or if they're coming, you know, from a point of being down in the first half, they'll usually come back and turn it around in the second half. So the downside for them here is they don't have a lot to adapt to necessarily. They're in a place where they're potentially quite confident.
Yeah, and I would say Flex is a good comeback team too.
Yeah.
They love the big swings, there's catches, there's counters and catches, so both teams in a pretty comfortable position. And again, 20 minutes.
Flex, a huge momentum team
Yes.
as well. As soon as, you know, they get on the board, I think, get more on the board, I should say. They tend to, carry that momentum into just a series of hat trick plays. And we are lining up for the second half. Valkyrie up to the line, far ahead. Oh, almost a catch by Flex off that rush. Yeah, the speed is really serving Valkyrie, I would say, off these rushes, and that is making a difference early on in the game.
I would agree. They've started up most of the games, it's felt like.
And I do hear a 2-ball play, and if I heard it, Flex probably heard it too. Might be why there were no casualties off of that shot. Flex on the return, coming up to the line. Some defensive pressure from Sheer. The counter from Gray.
Our timing on our counters has really been a problem for Flex this match.
It has.
She's been very productive.
They're changing up her lockup, and she's still managing to do damage. So they've got to figure out something to do to deal with her peskiness. Good slide. Again, that staggering that they do on the defense really allows for good lateral movement on their dodges. Clean block by London. Flex coming up on the return. They've been opting to throw 1 ball on these 4-ball plays, and they switch it up for this one. They're looking for tools to pull out of their arsenal to see what's going to kind of shake things up here for them. Great shot by Gray.
It's 2 back-to-back hits.
Yep.
technically 3. I think she got the hit before that as well. So.
Kill to death ratio, very high for her. Oh! Valkyrie with player advantage coming up to the line. Nice little windmill coming off Terra flat. Hits our lines ref, but does not connect with anyone from flex. And really nice misdirection there. Definitely looked like they were eyeing up Lisa Fox, but opted to throw at Ashley Alden instead. Really nicely placed shot by Yvonne there. And Flex finding themselves in another 1v scenario. And Valkyrie closes it out. There's some conversation going on for Flex.
Seems like all smiles still. They got plenty of time. Definitely need to start winning soon, but 17 minutes. Technically only need to win 4 games before the clock expires. So.
True. That speed again off the rush, really benefiting Valkyrie. Nice pop-up and a catch.
Nice.
Best
great.
time to throw a catch was early on in the game, but great heads-up game looking for that.
Yeah, it was a great job tracking that down.
And a catch in and out, beautifully tracked by Veronica. Not a bad get for Flex. It's going to be Valkyrie with player advantage. Ashley Elder almost dodging into the block. And a beautiful catch. We were expecting it. Those two had a similar stare down yesterday that resulted in the same conclusion.
These points definitely felt different than the other ones.
Yeah.
Lots of catches and chaos. It's kind of nice. Yeah, wow. And it just continues. Positive commentator's curse there.
I mean, for every catch there has been a hit, but you're gonna need the player advantage for that to make a difference here. Great jumps.
We're a little
some hang time.
Yeah, we're a little elevated where we're standing. It almost looked like Elder jumped as high up as we were.
Yep. On a really nice spot there by Luann. Taking out Yvonne Shear. She has been a problem for them this game as well, so that's not a bad tag. Ooh. Just a dirty, dirty toe shot by Veronica. Flex coming up to the line. They've got ball advantage here. And vengeance is acquired on Veronica. I always feel a little bit better about my deaths when my death is avenged by my teammates.
Yeah, it's like you got to trade, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Valkyrie resetting for their call. And a beautiful catch. Down to one of the less experienced players on Valkyrie. Oh.
Wow. That was a 3-catch game from Wiggins.
Yep. There she is, as predicted. Let's see if this momentum is going to help Flex get some more points on the board here. Just getting some notes over here from our producer, Mitch, who doesn't like his existence being discussed, but monumental part of the team here at Dodgeball.live. Shout out to Mitch. Valkyrie coming up to the line. Opts to throw one ball, easily blocked by London. Ooh, some great movement by Yvonne there. Narrowly missed. Great movements. We are not being let down here for acrobatics. Love to see it. A throw and a dodge. We're going to have Valkyrie on the return. And a ball just skips into Lisa Fox's foot, but it is ground first. Flex coming up to the line. Some good movement on that ball, doesn't quite connect.
Valkyrie changing it up a little bit there with a running counter instead of just doing set offense.
Valkyrie talking it out. Call coming from Shade Berkeley out of the middle. They opt to throw one ball, does not connect. Say at this point, the clock is their friend. They might dial it back a little bit on these 2-ball plays, but then again, maybe not, judging by how many catches have been coming off the flex side.
Last point, tons of catches, lots of chaos, some hits. This one, both teams kind of settling.
Oh, Chili Dale lining up for the catch, known as a clutch catcher, but just pops that one out of the pocket. We're going to see flex coming up to the line. Looks like our throw will be coming out of the middle. It does, in a beautiful spot there, just off the shins of Tara Flat. Jess Gray, who's been doing so much damage, throws a catch. But I think she's earned it after so many decisive kills. And this is very much the opposite of what we've been seeing so far. So this is now Valkyrie having to fight their way back.
Hit's a good way to start.
It is indeed. Still down about 3 players here.
They have ball control.
Ooh, and a nice shot in the foot. Are you a player that tends to go for bodies or balls in this sort of scenario if you're on the side of Valkyrie?
It depends what the other team is doing. If they're rushing me down a lot, I do feel like you have to make sure you're throwing a couple of the balls just to keep them honest. But with 5 people in, you're probably going bodies just to kind of get it a little closer. Especially if you're connecting on the solo throws.
I'd say anybody is going to build momentum.
Yes.
And again, if you're a very momentum-heavy team, sometimes it's just that one out. Ball goes high. Shade coming up with a counter. Does tag Lisa Fox. If she would have ducked on that one, I think she would have lived, but there was a little bit of a hop into it.
Yeah, I don't think she realized it went up kind of in her range at first either. Otherwise, she probably could have tracked it down.
Yeah. Oh, and Valkyrie brings it to even.
2v2.
2v2, we've got
10 minutes! 10 minutes!
an early throw coming off of Ashley Elder here. And they want to punish that, but everyone survives it.
Oh,
I was talking about acrobatics earlier.
Looks like Ashley calling herself getting tagged there.
Must have been some hair. Yep, she's tying it in a bun. I did that earlier. Oh, maybe not. Tying it a little tighter, though.
Paget looking to keep flexing this.
Oh, what a comeback. It was tight for a while there. What do you think would have turned that tide a little bit differently in Flex's favor?
I think sometimes you just have to forgo ball control and just double throw one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the obvious answer is hit your solos, but it's so hard when there's only 2 people because both kind of know it's coming. They both have a ball to block. You either have to kind of run at them or a team throw, just something to disrupt. It's a very set offense game at the end there, and that clearly was working for Valkyrie.
I've seen that be the case for a couple very competent teams this weekend. Is for whatever reason, it's a 2v5 and they've got the 5 advantage and they just lose it. And I think maybe it just comes from not seeing this caliber of competition as often, right?
Yes.
And you get a little bit complacent.
Yeah, this tournament I always say is super competitive. Like, obviously not more competitive than Worlds, but different. There's no floor, right? Like, the floor of this tournament is so high.
Yeah.
Almost everyone here is a national player or someone that plays on a really long-term club team.
I'm going to be a little controversial here and say I do think that it's more competitive than Worlds.
Yeah, I think on the kind of like how much you play and
Yeah.
how intensely you're playing the whole time, but obviously there's a level of quality of player we are missing from some of the other really well-regarded countries.
There's just no easy game here, and I think that's been very apparent by the standings.
Yes, the women's standings were also no undefeated teams. Every team had at least 2 losses. And our men's finals is about to be, I think, an 11 seed versus a 4 or 5 seed. So.
Right? Absolutely insane. It's just who's your matchup and what your strengths are.
I'm not sure the seeds here. I think 1 for Valkyrie, but Flex is probably pretty high. Probably.
Yeah. 1 and 2, I think. And Betty Mac has to do the rush all by herself. Her team misses that call, but no one dies off of that. Valkyrie looking for the refund off of their throw.
Just under 9 minutes here, so time starting to join Valkyrie's team.
A great shot takes out Shade Berkeley out of the center. The survivability from the wings here has been really good, so I do think that those center players aren't bad targets for Flex to be looking at right now. Valkyrie coming up to the line. Oh, and a nice setup. And then a trail from Mac as well. Neither connect. Flex on the return. Well-placed shot gets Tara flat out mid-aerial. And Flex is up in bodies again. Let's see if they can keep it that way. Ball thrown just short by Baird. It's going to give Flex the player advantage. Oh, and a nice shot by Ashley Elder. A good counter there. I believe that was Gray.
Looks like Fox kind of jumped in front of Elder there.
Yep. Gotta protect the president's game. Shot goes pretty wide. We have to remember this is the end of a very long weekend of playing, and these shots, you're gonna lose your arm a little bit, especially with a smaller roster. Flex, I believe, only with 1 sub. Yes. Valkyrie's coming into this a lot more fresh. They've got a very full roster, even with some last-minute drop-offs. And Luan tagged out of middle there. Flex coming up on the return. They're still up players.
They definitely need one of these points to be a quick win if they're hoping to come back, though.
Yeah.
Just about 7 minutes left. Honest out there from London.
Yeah, Jess Gray saying thanks for the accountability. And she knew that counter was coming. She was squaring up for it. I have seen her do that so many times against teams that just don't have the same firepower. And just like that, Flex on another 1v situation, 1v3.
Carla played this great at other opportunities.
Yep.
Let's see if she can find the catch or maybe a couple hits.
Oh, and
that was
the
a
right
great
play
look.
just had to hit. Look for the catch, probably the right move here. We are short on time. 6 minutes to go.
Valkyrie willing to throw all 3 there just to make sure the game finishes.
Yep.
All right, need about a win per every minute and 12 seconds. So
If
they
you're on
can
the
tie
side
it
of
up in no
Flex.
block. I always love bringing math to these, so here's their math portion of the commentary.
Thank you for my high school PTSD.
Wow!
A leg rebound catch. Yvonne apologizing for it. Very Canadian.
Yeah,
A beautiful recovery by Tara Flat as well. Did someone come back on for that catch?
No,
Maybe
I
there
think
wasn't anyone to come on.
there was not.
Yeah.
Gray just got tagged, I think, by London during all the chaos.
Again, just great dodging here by Ashley Elder.
A lot of throws there from Valkyrie. Definitely something Flex wants to see to try to get back in this.
Betty doing her classic fish out the middle. Draws in a little bit of fire, but unfortunately we've got 2 teammates tagged out. Flex up in bodies again. And we've just been informed that it is now time to vote for your VC Dodgeball Player of the Match. Pop it in the chat. Pick your favorites. If your favorite's not there, complain. Complain hard in the chats. Tell us we're wrong. VC Dodgeball, an apparel company out of Canada. Oh, a nice tag there. She's had such good survivability all game. A little frustrated with herself, but there's no reason for it.
Looks like a trade there on the other side.
Valkyrie on the return with a lot of balls. Tags in the knees. Very impressive, Valkyrie being able to get under some of these blocks. Oh. And it was there, and then it was gone.
Fox has definitely had a lot of good setups, like very athletic to get into positions and attempt these catches, just not pulling all of them in.
Oh, they are squared up beautifully. They know when the throws are coming. They're not getting caught off guard too often, but it's just not sticking. Three minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second half. Yvonne just blatantly hanging out at the line. I believe she threw a catch off of that.
Yes, it was a pop-up catch on London.
Lisa Fox making the call. She seems to be one of the designated play callers here for Flex.
Yeah, Fox is a very savvy player. Definitely known for her mind when she's on the court.
So if you are Flex, you know, national champions, cloth world players, serious contenders, are you gonna try out for cloth or foam this year?
Huh? You know,
nice hit on that, Dale.
The results are kind of interesting because I think they might have swept foam in USA Dodgeball last year. I just think they'll have the cloth game, and it makes sense with the style they play, with the catches and the momentum, right? Cloth, you get 3 minutes every point. So. But if they tried out for foam, that would be very interesting. I think they definitely are the level of caliber of player that the USA would need, but I think they like cloth too much.
Nice hits from Valkyrie here. Flex down to 1. Nice getting low dodge here by Carla. It's going to be on Flex to return the 4 balls. Oh. Well, we know she's looking for the catch. Yeah, willing to throw away all the balls.
Those two interesting hold on the throw and then interesting hold on the catch attempt to get your hands down.
Yeah. Valkyrie should not be in any rush right now. They've got a pretty solid lead. They're not generally a team to run the clock. Valkyrie calling it a hit, but the refs are going to have a conversation about it. I definitely do not have the angle for that one. And our refs are calling in the lines people as well.
Not stopping the clock. I think the game. Oh, there they go. They stopped.
There we go.
What do you think? 6 wins in 90 seconds? That'd be cool. That might be the coolest dodgeball I've ever seen.
It would be very cool. I think we were talking last time about the fastest game of dodgeball you've ever seen. What was it?
Ooh, good question. In person? I don't really know. I've seen some of the online, like 15-second games. I think way back in like.
Nice. Didn't turn out to be a trade, but looked like it was setting up that way. Oh, nice. And Flex closes it. All right. So fastest game.
So like way back in like 2014-ish, we were playing against Justin Payan on a team called Rise, and I was on Team Awesome. And pretty sure he finished us off in like 35 seconds. I think he was 5 of the 6 outs. That's probably recorded deep on the archives of Team Awesome Dodgeball, but no one go look for that, please.
Nice shot from Shanae Berkeley off the rush.
What about yourself?
I've only heard rumors of the legends. I heard nice tag, getting out Jess Gray. That's a big get. They're really picking up the pace here. Unfortunately, with 30 seconds left, it doesn't feel realistic.
Yeah, you just got to go for every catch here. Just pride to at this point.
I heard rumors of an Andrew Ketchum 10-second match. If anyone can confirm or deny that, pop the link in the chat.
He has been very on fire this weekend. You will be seeing him shortly on the stream.
yeah, Hex having a great game as well. We'll be seeing them up next.
I think as we get to the final,
Oh, that was a great opportunity taken by Carla. Tags out Shane.
definitely need to congratulate both teams here as we get to the final stages. Getting to the finals of this tournament it's very impressive regardless of score.
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge accomplishment. Valkyrie don't have their placement in front of me from last year, but quite a bit lower actually. So this is great.
And I think Flex was in the finals last year as well. I think they might have come in second. I'm not positive. Pop it in the chat if you know. I also think, have we gone every other year with USA, Canada winning this?
I think it has been a lot of back and forth. Yeah, year one, I'm trying to remember who won. It might have been Finesse. Year two, I actually won with Rack Attack, which is featuring two of these players here that just won for Valkyrie.
Yes, I think it was Finesse again last year. I'm not positive.
And back to Valkyrie. Yeah.
Awesome.
US, Canada, US, Canada, US, Canada. I think they're going to play the no block just for fun, so we'll stick around for it too.
Last tournament of the weekend. It's always fun.
Just for fun. And I think we're going to get a nice little encore interview for you here, if we can manage it. Excellent. We'll be chatting with Betty Mack as long as she consents.
I'm assuming that means Betty Mack was our player of the match.
Oh, beautiful hits. Two beautiful hits. Sometimes when you get to just loosen it up in these final games, all of a sudden it comes together.
Yeah.
Just fun and so sad all at the same time sometimes.
It's hard. You've had, like a really emotional battle, and then some teams like playing for fun, some don't. Looks like both these teams are enjoying themselves, trying to get some highlights.
Yeah, I think it's better to end it on the fun note for sure. As long as the fun games can be fun.
Yeah, it was a good competitive, clean finals. I think both teams probably happy with how they did and happy with how the game went itself.
No pointing and screaming across the courts. Refs did a great job as well. When tagged out, we've got one player left on the side of Valkyrie. It's going to be Wincy. Ow. Nice little movement and just tilts the head at the end. Nice dodge by Lisa Fox out of the middle. And the first 360-degree spinning throw I've seen in
results in an
today.
out.
And that is an out. Perhaps that was the secret sauce to defeating Valkyrie all along. And yeah, we're gonna bring it to Ben and, oh no, Nick Danchenko on the court here in just a moment to chat with somebody from Valkyrie. Betty Mack is our player of the match, I believe. Keep it tuned to Dodgeball.live.
What's up, Dodgeball.live? I am standing next to the women's final MVP, Betty Mack, the very, very clutch in this game. Fan favorite of everybody in the chat, clearly. So, you just played with Valkyrie, not your normal squad. What was it like really trying to get into a rhythm with this new squad?
The first couple games were pretty rough, pretty shaky. We had a couple losses in round robin, but we basically all played together on the TC squad before, so nothing too new.
So you had a bit of the chemistry from TC. What do you think was really, really working throughout the tournament in the latter stages where you guys found success?
Just mixing up the lineups. Me and Yvonne play on Rack Attack usually, so we swapped ourselves to the same lineup. And like, it's amazing that the chemistry we have on the court, like we can just read each other's minds, right? So, yeah.
Lastly, any shout outs from a Thing champion herself?
Shout outs? I mean, honestly, just the Valkyrie girls for asking us to join their team for this tournament. It was such an honor. First time playing with Valkyrie at any tournament. So shout out to them.
Well, congratulations on the win.